Seeing a lot of stuff going on as far as Diddy and, him just being in the press a lot about all of this stuff that's going on. But I kind of wanted to go a little bit deeper and talk about basically what is going on spiritually as far as the things that are being revealed. So, you guys know we are in 2024. And 2024 is all about the year of truth. It's all about the year of revelation, where things are going to be coming out in the open about everything that has been hidden from, you know, humanity. This is also the year where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. God don't make no mistakes. He's not a liar. He will tell you exactly what's going on. And he has done it. He's told us numerous times, through his parables, what would be going on. Even certain scriptures talk about vindication. They talk about, God allowing his children to return to the land that belonged to his ancestors, right? So what you are seeing is a lot of people are being vindicated, like Jaguar Wright, Orlando Brown. All of the people that was said to be out of their minds are now, being vindicated. Their stories that they have been telling over the years are actually turning out to be very accurate, right? Um, Diddy has been a gatekeeper for a very long time. Him, Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey, a lot of the big people in the game have been gatekeepers for a long time, where they use certain detrimental videos that they have recorded of people, as blackmail to be able to control them, to stop them from coming forward to talk about things. But in this year, what we are seeing is God giving the courage, igniting passion in people to be able to come forward and speak about certain things that they would have normally kept hidden, which is why, as soon as Cassie decided to come out and speak about what she had been through, the freaking floodgates open for everybody else to come forth and start speaking. Most of the time, it only takes one person for the domino effect to happen. And that's what we are seeing right now. Spiritually, the Leviathan, which is a demon, has been released because it is allowed to now go upon people that have been in demonic power for a very long time, and it is allowed to destroy their kingdoms that they built on deceit, lies, ego, pride, and a lot of other things that they did, or people that they stepped on to get to the positions that they have gotten to. After a certain period of time, one can only rule, especially if their reign is the evil one. So God is allowing, Leviathan to go and cause mass destruction on these people's lives, and, just the mass exposure, just of human trafficking and all the other things that are coming out about the demonic stuff that are going on, especially in this year. God's main goal for the believers and the people that he is sending out two by two is to protect the children. And I have been seeing a lot of the human trafficking being exposed, which is something that I prayed for. If you guys are followers of mine and you have watched some of my videos, then you will see that there's a video on there asking people to help me pray against human trafficking, that it gets exposed, that it gets dismantled. And, my prayers are not going in vain or voided, because I have been seeing a lot of things about human trafficking and pedophilia being exposed. And I'm just so grateful, 444 in the clap when I said that God opened those doors, for these things to be exposed. So it's, All these people in power, these gatekeepers, are falling from grace because it is their time. Like I said, God's word does not come back voided. He said the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Of truth, God is allowing the truth to just flow freely. I mean, look at everything that's going on in the world. These politicians, stuff is just coming out about these people left and right. They can't stop it. Everybody that was on that island with Jeffrey Epstein is getting exposed, but it just appears that the black people are the only one that's on the trials right now. But don't worry, stay tuned because the other people are about to come falling and tumbling down as well. Because the black people that are coming down are, they're being implicated and they're about to start talking because they're not going to go down without a fight. If I'm going down, everybody's going down with me. So we will probably see the black people in power coming down first because, of course, they were used as guinea pigs to, basically like do their dirty work. But you guys will start to see a lot more people as the year progresses fall from grace and just dirty things come out about these people. And, it's just about time because if there's one thing that I'm all about, it's about, protecting our children. I have a son myself, and, the last thing that we ever want is for our children to be in danger or worrying about them being kidnapped, worrying about them being used as sex slaves or, people drinking their blood. It's a bunch of sick, demonic stuff that goes on in that industry, and it's finally being exposed. And, I think that what's going to wind up happening is the industry is going to come tumbling down, and then the elite of the light workers are going to rebuild it, where there will be doors open for people to be able to get into the industry and just do their craft without all the demonic stuff that has been happening in this industry for years. It's just kind of sad because it's like so many of these people that were in the industry just wanted to follow their dreams, just wanted to be famous, just wanted to sing in front of the world. And, they didn't realize that they were way over their heads when they got into the industry and all of the things that they had to do. Some of these people didn't even realize that certain things that they were signing off on in these contracts, were certain sacrifices and certain things that they had to do in order to maintain their positions of power. So, now we're just watching the repercussions of all of the things that they had to do. I mean, look at all of these people that came out and said that they were sexually assaulted. Some of these men that went into the industry were not bisexual or gay before they got in the industry. And then by them being drugged and forced into doing certain things and blackmailed, eventually it just became their nature because I swear Lil Nas X was not like that when he first got into the industry. It's just like he did a complete transformation overnight. And I mean, I think a lot of us was able to just see it, like was able to see him go from this guy that just wanted to do this music to this full-blown gay man that was just out parading, around just all types of stuff to corrupt the generation. Now, I'm not saying that I'm against anybody that is gay. I'm not against the LGBT community. I have nothing against them because I work closely with a lot of them. But what I am saying that I don't think that it was fair for them to push something on people that, they were not initially. Now, I know people that, they say that they were born gay, and some people were molested and went through a lot of things as children and then later developed, certain sexual, things about themselves, which they cannot help. They cannot, you know. Some of these people were born with body dysmorphia and gender displacements. Some of these people go through certain things where, this is the reason why they are the way they are. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not coming up against the LGBT community or anything like that because I love everybody. I'm a loving person and I don't believe that it is my place to judge. Only God can do that. But what I'm saying is that I just think that it's really messed up how, they have brought these innocent boys, these young boys, into the industry and completely blackmailed them into doing different sexual heinous acts just to solidify their positions of power. I don't believe that. I don't believe that anybody, should have been subjected to anything like that. I don't believe that anybody's rights should have been taken away from them, as young teens or whatever the case may be. I just think that it's just really sad, that this is the type of stuff that's been going on. And you could just see how traumatized some of these people that were in the industry are, just by looking at them, just by, them telling their stories. And, just look at Justin Bieber. Like, you could just see it all over him that he's been so traumatized and so bruised and so battered by this industry. And then the main people that were supposed to protect him did not. They kind of just stood aside and took the checks and allow him to go with Diddy and go with these people that were supposed to care about him, and some of them aren't talking, but, eventually I believe that once the whole London Bridge comes tumbling down, then everybody will really start to speak their piece because they will feel safe enough to do it. I also believe 11:11 on the clock when I said that. I also believe that there are some people that have faked their deaths to get out of the industry. Some people that are going to start talking eventually about the things that they have experienced in this industry. And this is the reason why they decided that was better for them to fake their death, wear a body mask, and be a completely different identity than to be in this industry with the demonic things that, they are required to do. Um, I have seen a lot of people buy their masters, quickly get out of the industry because it was just not worth all of the demonic things that they were asking these people to do. Sadly, it wasn't as easy as it is now for people to kind of, know the ins and outs of what they should do to get out of the industry. But because of the internet, there is so much more knowledge about, what to do, how to buy your masters. There are, other celebrities that have came forth over the years telling people that they should not sign any contracts and, that they should do distribution deals. These artists are talking because they understand that, there are certain things that had to be done. You know what I think as well? 12:12 is the exact time. I also think that even the people that are getting exposed have regrets about what they did in the past because there were gatekeepers over top of them that made them do certain things that they later had to carry on down the pipelines to usher in other artists, and I really just feel like now that most people have more knowledge and they see how the world is progressing and changing and how there are certain artists getting into the industry that didn't even have to do half the things that these people are doing. They feel bad about all of the things that they have done to other people that they cannot take back now. And if you look at the transformations in Jay-Z and Diddy, it seemed like the moment that they started to kind of come out and talk about black power and expose the roots of black people is when, they started to get attacked. Um, even before Cassie, I just feel like Diddy was on this road of like starting to speak to the black people about how to, get money and, how to acquire riches. And you seen Jay-Z started talking about the African power and, the African Americans and how, they didn't take a knee for the Pledge of Allegiance. There are certain things that I have been watching happen over the years that have let me know that, people woke up. And when they woke up, like they started to realize that the way that they have been trained or the way that things have been structured for them to live has been a lie, has been a prison. And all they had to do to break free was find out who they were, their bloodlines, the importance of bloodlines, the importance of who they are, their ancestry. And when they started to find out these things, you started to see them put this in the music. I feel like even though there were symbols of them selling their souls, I also feel like they were trying to warn other people about our culture and, what they tried to hide from us. And unfortunately, by this time, it's too late because they've already done so much damage. That's too late for them to do damage control. So, they've kind of just settled with, well, let's try to redeem ourselves now. A lot of people know that God is coming back. A lot of people know that God is very real. And they messed up. They done messed up pretty bad with the evil things that they have done, with all the souls that they have taken to hell. They know that in this year, God allows the demons to be released to go and collect. This is the year of collection. The demons are able to roam the earth to collect what is owed to them. So for all of these people that thought that these deals that they were making to get into this industry would not come back to bite them in the behind, the demons have been released to collect. Um, in my meditation, I heard release the flying monkeys. I know that's from the Wizard of Oz, but it makes so much sense because demons have a smell. Even with people, they have a dirty spirit. If you're tapped in spiritually enough, you can smell the scent on a person that has a dirty spirit. I can smell scents on people that have a dirty spirit. These demons have dirty spirits, so they stink. If any of you watched The Wizard of Oz, it was very symbolic. A lot of things when I went back and watched that movie was very symbolic. So you guys might want to go watch the Black Wiz to get the symbolism in that movie. Even Glinda the Good Witch that was in the sky with the stars and the babies, her job was to protect the babies. She was the White Witch. Um, God is about to send his people out two by two. I even seen Donald Trump talking about God coming back for the 144,000. He even said out of his own mouth that if Jesus is coming back for the 144,000, we're in trouble. This man knows. But see, let me tell you how smart Donald Trump is. Donald Trump makes everything into a gimmick, a joke, so that people don't take him serious. But in actuality, the man has certain things that he says that even if he says it in a joking manner, there is some truth to it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a Donald Trump fan, so don't come for me. I'm just saying that we need to start decoding things and start paying attention to what people are doing because they can't control Donald Trump. That man literally gets online and says whatever he wants to say. He does whatever he wants to do. Now, how is it that you're impeached and you still can run for president? That just goes to show you that this is a lie. All of this stuff is a lie and it's being exposed. Now, he's selling Bibles and he's selling them, right? Even though as a real Christian, you should be giving the Bibles out for free. But he's selling Bibles, right? And even though it's coming across as a gimmick, he could have chosen to do anything else, but he's selling Bibles. Because somewhere in him, there is a fear that he knows something that he ain't telling us. He knows that Jesus is real. He knows that Jesus is about to make a huge move in the year of 2024. And because he knows this, he's doing his last minute attempts to redeem himself in any possible way that he can. But he's been such a politician and a person who's ran his own life for so long that the thought of Jesus and what he can do is sitting in his mind, but at the same time, it's like, I want to take this serious, but at the same time, it's like, okay. But at the same time, if he is coming back, I don't want to be left here. Somebody been talking to Donald Trump. Somebody been talking to that man about Jesus. I don't care what nobody say. That man finds very clever ways to speak to people about certain things that's going on in the world, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. And he does it very strategically so that people could take him as a joke, but in actuality, he be telling the truth. He be telling the truth because look at what he talked about when he got on there and was talking about, oh, all you got to do is drink bleach. Everybody took it as a joke, but if you really look into it, bleach kills anything. You shouldn't drink it. But what I would definitely say is, I was brought up on a cat full of bleach my entire life. Put a cat full of bleach in your water. Dip a little bit of your toothbrush in the bleach and brush your teeth with it. A lot of people don't know that HIV starts in a gum line. You want to kill it, brush your teeth with a little bit of bleach. Um, Certain things, you know, are going to be coming to the light, and I'm interested to see if there have been certain people that fake their deaths to get out of the industry, right? Some meddling things, like some things that have been coming to my mind: Takeoff, PNB Rock, Michael Jackson, Tupac. Um, I heard not too long ago, Takeoff talks. So I'm not sure if he's about to be talking through somebody spiritually or if he's about to come out of hiding and talk physically about what is going on and why he decided to leave the industry 12:21 on the clock when I just said that. Because I really do feel like there are about to be some things that's going to come out that's about to blow our socks off. And it started with Cassie and trickled down to Diddy. And Diddy is going to talk, especially if he gets indicted, because he's going to feel like, well, why is it that everybody else is still at the top of the totem pole and I'm the only one taking a fall for all of this when I know that there were so many other people involved? Or he might be prideful and not want to be looked at as a rat, as a snitch if he feels like he can redeem himself and he might keep quiet. 22 on the clock when I just said that. But even with that, still going to be other people that's going to come out and talk about things just because of the simple fact that if they see Diddy go to jail, they know that means that they got him for some things that they never expected for him to get indicted for. Some of these people that have been victims of this man's crimes never thought that he would even be in this type of fire that he's in right now. So it's actually giving people a lot of courage to come and tell their stories. And trust me, there's going to be a lot more people that's about to come out and start talking about what's been going on for years in this industry. If you are somebody that's trying to get into this industry right now, you might be blocked, especially if you're God's child, because you will have to wait for the elite to take over the industry before you can get in, because God will not allow you to get in and have to deal with the things that is going on right now. Um, so I'm looking forward to the elite rebuilding the music industry. Honestly, I really do hope that Tupac is not dead, and I really do hope that he comes back and he actually like is the gatekeeper of the new music industry so that he will allow people to get in and be able to dictate how their careers go. Because I definitely was picking up on Machiavelli. And if anybody knows the story of Machiavelli, he was a person that faked his death. Yeah. So, shout out to Jaguar Wright. Shout out to Orlando Brown. I never thought you guys was crazy. I used to always tell people this about y'all. And I'm glad that you guys are being vindicated. God bless you. I pray a prayer of protection over you guys. I ask that Jesus shields you guys, camouflage cloak, and protects you guys as you walk on your missions to be the truth tellers of 2024. And with that being said, you guys, I rest my case. And I hope everybody has a great night. And yeah, go do your own investigating because I really feel like they're about to open up certain cases too, like Aaliyah, Biggie Smalls, 24 to 44 on the clock when I said that. They're about to start looking into deaths of certain people, Kim Porter. They're about to start looking into deaths of certain people that were taken out of here strangely, especially under Diddy. And we are going to see some crazy evidence come out that was probably overlooked before, once they go back and carefully investigate what happened. So you guys stay tuned for that, because Leviathan is loose and he is doing what he does, and that is destroy pride and ego. God has allowed the flying monkeys to be released. You guys have a great night, even though it is the next day, 12:25 on the clock. Have a great night, you guys. Bye-bye.